Something very theatrical this time. The ultimate charade.
Yeah, but we don't have a cast of thousands.
We'll recruit some people. We'll get Emma Lutz and Slick. Be just like old times.
But Ramsey is going to be ready this time. We need the perfect diversion. I don't want him looking in the other direction when we make that flight to Rochester. I want him running in the other direction.
Did you ever see that movie, North by Northwest, where they took Cary Grant out to this bus stop and just left him in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah. Yeah. Reminds me a little of our encounter.
The first time on the jungle?
Yeah. You ever think about it?
Occasionally.
I have. Lately, anyway, a lot. I think it changed me.
I'm flattered.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, maybe. I guess it was the situation more than anything. Up until then, you know, I was kind of barnstorming through life. Looking for danger, loving it. On to the next job. And, you know, when we sort of ran into one another, we stopped, stood, stared. You know, something kind of happened.
I think on the stage they call it electricity.
No, it was, well, it was something more tangible than that. You know, I could have run. And I could have killed you. But I didn't. I stopped. I just stood there.
My. I had no idea I had such an effect on you.
Well, it was the experience that affected me. Those months on that island, I changed. I don't know, I guess I began to, how do you put it?
I think they call it caring.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Caring.
We were good together, weren't we?
At everything we did.
Then what happened?
Oh, what generally happens? Reality intervenes. We may have been able to sort of stop time for a moment, but, well, like in the jungle. Well, it's only a moment. Nothing stops for too long.
Including reality.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the problem. I mean, everything was just perfect on that island. But it just couldn't hack civilization.
I tell you what, sweetheart, when we get a breather, we'll go back to that island.
I doubt that it'll be the same.
It'll be great for our tans.
That's what I like about you, Tiffany. You always have the priorities in life sorted out.
Yeah, well, with Luke and Holly to worry about, I'm afraid we also have a major money problem.
Well, it's not mortgage time again, is it?
No, it's 2 weeks past. And we're several months behind in the payment to the foreman at the site.
Well, don't worry about him. He'll hang around till Luke gets back.
Maybe. You know, we reopened the Star tonight.
Oh, terrific. Another bloody header.
Won't quite be the same without Luke, though, will it? Holly, too.
Well, understand that Holly is not central to the running of the Star.
Oh, I know that. It's just that I'd grown rather fond of her, actually.
Well, I guess she is the best thing that's happened to Luke in quite a while.
That's funny. Rupert said the same thing to me the other day.
Ruby. I wonder if she's getting herself together.
You know I'm going to find out eventually. Why don't you save us both the hassle and just tell me?
You don't want to know.
Whatever gave you that idea?
Would you please stop badgering me?
I want the truth. I got to have the truth because just once, I want you to turn to me and say I have a confession to make. That's your answer?
Why ask? You know it is.
The message. asking of you because I'm giving you a chance to answer yourself before I find out on my own. Now, who are you calling?
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
What if you do find out? It won't matter. As soon as you see Van Gelder, he's going to call the police.
Why don't you just let me worry about that? What is this, Eddie Quartermain's number? Do you have maybe a little side venture going with him that I don't know about? Or is it one of the other investors?
Doesn't worry you the thought of going to jail?
Sean Valley? Could it be Sean Valley of the bank? I never did like the way you looked at him.
They'll lock you up forever.
The Corsos? And what about, Harper? Maybe you had some going with Harper. Maybe you're trying to reach Harper before I reach him. Now that's logical. That is logical. Or maybe it's Al Harper's mother. The two of you planning to run off together? Maybe to the Bahamas?
Don't be ridiculous.
You're being ridiculous, darling. Holly, I'm giving you a real chance here.
To do what?
To be straight with me. Come clean.
Should I? You're keeping me a virtual prisoner.
Well, I gave you your chance.
Not recently. Locking me in that room while you were in the shower.
Apparently, I should have chained you to the bed.
I can't take much more of this.
Well, I'm sorry, but you don't have a choice.
How long can you possibly keep this up? You said yourself we're running out of money.
No, don't worry about that. I got it all figured out. When the money's gone, we'll use your credit card. Lady, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. But you're damn well not who you claim to be. It's amazing. It's amazing the trust I've put in you and the trust that you don't give back to me. But it's okay, because I have the number now and I'm going to keep calling it until I find out exactly what it is you won't tell me. Now you can let me do that, or you could do us both a favor. Let me hear it from your mouth first.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our final descent into Rochester Municipal Airport. Please observe the no smoking sign and fasten your safety belt. Thank you.
Fasten your safety belt. Buckle up, baby.
Where does everyone in Port Charles run and hide?
The Croydon Hotel, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely perfect. We can get Laura to go and help us and get a meal from Kelly's and pretend like Luke and Holly are staying. That's great.
That's good. Yeah, a great big greasy hamburger for Luke and a big fat buttered crumpet for Holly. Ramsey will be convinced that...
Yes, and of course we'll have to use that last great free enterprise, the Croydon Manor.
Oh! Spot on. Now, better. I will dress up as the manager and really confuse the hell out of him. Now, I can all see it now.
Hey, Cap, what's going down? For $20, I'll tell you what you want to know. For 25...
Well, I'm certainly glad I found you both here.
Well, Captain, this is always a surprise. How you doing?
I'm steaming mad. I don't suppose you'd like to explain this?
What?
Why you sent the police on a wild goose chase?
Well, whatever you're talking about.
Well, if you don't remember, let me refresh your memory. While you were sending me on a wild goose chase, the two of you went over to Coal Town on a little trip. Tell me about it. Was it a good trip?
Actually, it was a depressing little hamlet.
You know, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Such a flagrant disrespect for law and order, especially you. I thought we had a deal that if you found out anything about Luke Spencer, that you were obligated to come to me.
You have a deal with Joe. Now, I'm not an officer of the court.
Oh, I know that. But you're obstructing justice. Or should I say you're obstructing justice once more? I should have left you in the slammer.
You want to take me back to the can?
Not unless you refuse to answer my questions.
Well, I'll answer them. You're not going to like the answers.
Let's start with, did you find him?
Nope.
Did you talk to him at all?
Nope.
We were too late.
Oh, you mean they were already on that train?
You know about that?
Yeah, the noon flyer. It had 3 stops. What was it? Albany, Buffalo, and Toronto.
Isn't it a miracle of modern technology how you always seem to know what we do?
I also know that you talked to Holly on the phone.
Now, how did you know that?
All right, now, wait a minute. Both of you, listen to me. There's no laughing matter. Just listen. A man happens to be near death because of Luke Spencer. And half the town of Port Charles may lose their life savings because this deal has come to a standstill. Now, it is in everybody's best interest that we find Luke and Holly.
It's what happens to them after you find them that bothers me.
Scorpio, this is still a criminal case, and I do have a duty to perform.
Well, why don't you get out of here and perform it? Instead of mixing it and harassing us?